So today I'm Margie Flint, and I'm just going to share with you rituals that I use to clear spaces before and after a client comes. And really, anytime I have energy that comes into my house that feels a little bit strange, then not that my clients are strange, but everybody leaves behind their Ghostbuster exudate, and I would rather have my house be perfectly clear. So, um, early on in my career, I studied with David Winston, and he taught a very simple ritual of burning sage and then burning sweetgrass. And when you burn sage, it's white sage, the sort of Arizona type sage, and I just burn a few leaves. So I don't need a lot. You don't have to have a great big smudge stick that burns forever. You just want a few leaves to clear the space, and you don't want to waste the white sage. So what I will do is hope the wind does not pick up and light my sage. And I don't like to use a lighter, I like to use a match. And I allow the sage to just catch on the edges. And on a day like this, you don't even need a feather because the wind will do all the work. And you just gently waft your feather toward it. And what I do is I start in the east and I call upon, so I'm just going to run through my ritual. I call upon the energies of the east. First breath, new beginnings. And I ask that I see my client today with new eyes, the eyes of a baby, so that I may be open and receptive to all that is said. I ask that the energy of the east be with me today. And then I call upon the south, the time of the noonday sun, the time of the teenage years of fire and passion, that feeling of energy that courses up and down the central nervous system. And I ask that that's energy of vitality and the ability to heal from anything that comes before you. I ask that that energy be with me today. And I call upon the direction of the west, the time of the setting sun, the time of midlife and of knowing who I am, where I've been, and what I want to accomplish. And I ask that that focus be with me today. I'm just going to relight this. The energy of the west be with me, that time of knowingness. And I call upon the energy of the north, the time of this great darkness, the time of great wisdom and great age, the time of crawling back into the earth, back into the womb of the mother, the great void. And I ask that all that wisdom, the wisdom of my ancestors, be with me now. But I call upon Great Spirit, who I love so much, you who are the invisible thread that tie us all together, unseen but always present, and I ask that you be with us today. And I call upon the Earth Mother, who provides so much for us, all the plants and winged ones, creepy crawlies, two-legged, four-legged, all that is alive, the trees, the plants, everything. And I give thanks for the incredible gift of living on Mother Earth. Ahom Atakwiyasam. that gets rid of negativity. And then I burn sweetgrass. And sweetgrass, you don't need much sweetgrass to get a lot happening. The longer sweetgrass burns, the more energy needs to be gotten rid of. I could tell you a story about sweetgrass. So, one time a friend of mine wanted to sell her house, and it wouldn't sell, no matter what she did. And I said, well, I'll come over and clear the house. So we started in the basement, went through the whole house up to the attic, started in the east, open a door, always open a door or a window so that the negative energy has some place to go. And when we went down to the basement with the sweetgrass would not stop burning. It just kept flaming up and smoking and flaming up and smoking. I had never seen that before. And my friend Ann was standing in the doorway of the basement, and all of a sudden you could feel this energy come up through this little pipe in the basement floor. And I looked at her and I said, move out of the door. And she did. And this ball of energy shot across the basement and through the door and out of the house. And within days, the house sold. So there you go. If you're going to sell a house, clear it first. So that is one way. Now, if I'm traveling, then I want to not set off fire alarms or sprinkler systems. So I take the sage. So I've just used the leaves, not the stems, to burn the sage. And all the stems I save in a jar, and then I just pour alcohol over it and tincture it, put it in a spray bottle after 2 weeks, and then I can take a spray bottle with me and achieve the same thing, same ritual, with just spraying. You can also clear an airplane that way easily. Good idea, especially these days. And then I'll do the same thing with sweetgrass, but you only need about 2 inches of sweetgrass in a bottle like this to have that scent go in there. I don't like to waste stuff, but I want to show you what sweetgrass looks like living. So over here, this skinny see how it has purple? And then it has a long, flat grass. And when you smell it, it is the smell of sweetgrass. I'm gonna let you smell it. Nice. That's the smell of coumarins. And so, I'll harvest the sweetgrass, which has grown in between all these other plants, which is fine with me. And I'll just harvest it, and some of it I leave in the ground. I cut it at the root, and some of it I'll pull the root out because there's sort of mixed feelings about which way is best. And I leave the growing of sage, white sage, to the hotter climates. And that's that. So another way we can clear is to take any of your local plants that you're in love with, that you have relationship with, and burn them. So this is a cedar that grows outside my house. I have used it before, but I love my original teachings. So I really like to carry a little bit of David Winston with me. So I do that. And people frequently use mugwort to clear spaces. It's a moon plant. It has the white underneath. All the plants with white under the leaf are moon plants. But I have a bit of an allergic reaction to this mugwort, not the one from California though. So you can take any plant you have relationship as long as you do the research on it to make sure it's safe to inhale, and you could burn that. Or you could burn a resin, and you take a little teeny charcoal. This is a really nice charcoal. It's a non-toxic charcoal. And you could burn copal. This was from Gail Ulrich, and I better use it because I see there's a little bug shell in here. But I'm attached to that memory, so I still have that copal. And you wait until the charcoal has really established a burn pattern to it, and then you just set your resin on top. And another resin that is commonly used is frankincense. And frankincense, they burn in churches, and, I'm sure part of the reason is to get rid of negativity, but I think a greater reason is burning frankincense and myrrh will get rid of viruses and bacteria. Good idea, huh? And then the last thing you could use is called agua cananga. Agua de cananga. And I made this. It's made in tequila, because a lot of the South American and Central American medicine people will do oral spewing of clearing essences. So this is, I made this one. So this is lavender and rose and tequila. Because if I'm going to spew it, it best taste and smell good. So this one you just have to be a little careful, because the rose and lavender can leave a little color if it touches material or something. So those are my clearing rituals. And then I know all the energy that my client has left behind, or a visit from somebody who's upset or angry, is cleared from my house, and I have a clear space so that the next client can come in and be treated happily. There you go.